What's up, techies? Sarah here. How do you create an automated email sequence based on an event date? I.e., maybe you have a webinar that's going to run live that you want to set preset reminder emails for so that nobody forgets to attend your webinar. Maybe you've got some kind of live event that's being delivered online or in person. Maybe delivering an in-person workshop or event that you want to keep people reminded about as you lead up to the event. Checking in with what to prepare, what to bring, how to get ready. Don't forget the link. Here's how you access it. Whatever it is that you want to share with them to make sure that they turn up to that online or in-person event of some kind. We got you, techies. There is a way that you can do this on your Techmatics account. Let me show you how. So you're going to do this in workflows, and before you start, you're going to need to know exactly what time and date this live or online or in-person event is going to be. We're going to click on create a workflow, and we're going to then press the start from scratch button here and create a new workflow. Now, as always, get into the habit of titling your workflows. All right, this one's going to be called Countdown to Live Event. All right, whether that's in person or whatever, let's say Countdown to the XYZ live event. That way I'm always going to know what this particular workflow is for. Now, the trigger could be any number of things. If this is a Zoom online event, then I would recommend that you go into your Zoom account and you create your Zoom appointment. So go into Zoom. I'm probably not going to be able to do this on here now because I don't know if I'm signed in or not. No, I'm not. Okay. Go into Zoom, press create a meeting, set the date and the time. Make sure you've got the right time zone, and that will give you your Zoom meeting link ready for that particular online event. So what you could do is actually then create an opt-in form in your Techmatics account, so that if it's a free event, for instance, you might just create this opt-in form using the forms feature where they pop in their email address and their first name, and from there this automation may then just send them an email with the Zoom link. Right, that's one simple way of getting people a particular Zoom link. So here I would just go to forms if that was one of the ways that I was going to do this, and it would be form has been submitted, and then add filters. This is where you choose the form is, and then down here it would show the forms that I've created. So I may just create a really simple opt-in form for joining XYZ free webinar if it's an online event. Now, another way that we could create an online event, let's pretend this particular online event is paid. Then I personally, if this was like a paid webinar or a paid online workshop or a paid summit or something like that, then obviously you're going to need to create a checkout. So what I would do for that, I'm going to bring up a little sheet here, to create a live event like that, I personally would add it as a course. And the reason why is because the first lesson can include the event times, dates, Zoom links, and so on. Other lessons in there could include the event recordings for afterwards. And also there might be downloadable resources, copies of slides, workbooks, worksheets. They can all go inside the lessons as downloads as well. From there, that would allow you to then create an offer, which is the checkout, right? Which then would trigger their access behind the scenes. So a number of different ways, guys, that you can sell products and trigger automations from the Techmatics platform. So there's just a couple of ideas. There's a couple of the ways that you can do it. Obviously, there's people watching this that are wanting to know this date-based automation for all different kinds of events. So I'm trying to keep this generic. So if it was that someone has purchased that course, even though it's a live event, that would come up as a new membership sign up, and it would be for what? And it would be for an offer. Offer means checkout in the course world, in this platform here, and then for what course, and that course would be live XYZ event, whatever it is that you're creating. So you've got your links in the first lesson, your recording will go in the second lesson, and any other resources might go in the third. All right, so there's just a couple of things that might trigger this off, whether people are opting in with a simple opt-in form, whether people are enrolling in a paid course, so this becomes like a paid opt-in. Whatever it is, pick your trigger that's going to fire this off. Now, the next thing we're going to do is actually go into settings. So inside our workflow here, we're going to click on settings. Now, this here is actually where you can create a specific start date for your event. Actually, you can even do this from the workflow section now. So let's pretend this particular live event, whether it's in person or online, is going to run on the 31st of January 2023. We'd pick the date there, but I think now it's moved to start date. Okay, it has moved to actual actions in here. So let's go over here, add an action, set an event start date. All right, so here, this is where it is now. So set event start time, and it's going to be a specific day and time. And the date is going to be January the 31st. Boink. And save action. This is getting updated constantly. So there we go. Did we have a time in there? Yes, we do have a time. And make sure you select the right time. Now, time zones, guys, be very vigilant about your time zone. Your time zone of your account is determined by your business settings inside your account settings. So to check what time zone your account is set to, go into your main Techmatics dashboard at the very bottom, click on settings, business settings, and it will show what time zone your account is set to. It's really important you check that because these emails will send based on the time zone of your system, and you're going to want to make sure that obviously you're sending these notifications at the right time. So let's pretend on the 31st of January 2023 our event starts at 9 a.m. Oh, why is it never do 909? No, 9. I'll help if I turn my number lock on, wouldn't it? All right, so I sent my event start date and time. Now we can do any number of different things, right? We could send an email, we could send an SMS. Now what we might do here is go, okay, I'm going to send an email, for instance, right here. So it will be from you, from email will be your email. Subject would be registration info for the XYZ live event. Okay, I'm not going to make this neat because it's just a demo. Now what I put in here is whatever information you need to give them. So I type in contact, custom values, contact, first name. That will pre-fill their first name. Then I put in, welcome to the event. Can't wait for you to join us. It's running on this particular day, this particular time. And I put in, here is the Zoom link. Blah, 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 blah. Make sure you paste your Zoom link in there that you've taken from Zoom if it's an online event. If it's an in-person event, then obviously here's the address, here's the location, here's how to get there, right? You can actually add links in. So maybe you could link to like a Google Maps or something, just help people out. Maybe you could add an image of the map of the location you're sending to them to if it's in person, whatever it might be. But this is basically your welcome email to say, here's how you get in. Then what we could do is we could go wait. All right. So wait until what? This is where we could send reminders. Maybe we want to send a reminder 3 days before, 1 day before, and 1 hour before. Okay. So we could go wait for let's do this. Wait until 3 days before. Okay. So we're going to have a time delay. Wait until before or after a certain appoint date. Sorry, someone just knocked on my door to pause that. So what we're doing, we're waiting until 3 days before. So it's going to be 0 months, 3 days, and 00 hours. So that will send it exactly 3 days before. Okay, what have we got here? The timing of this wait step is already in the past. It's not, so I'm just going to skip that and press save action. So wait until 3 days before this event start time and then send them an email. Now, by the way, we could send them an SMS. We could send them a Facebook message, right? You can choose how you communicate with them from your email. Subject is reminder, XYZ live event starts in blah, 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 3 days. Can't remember what we put there. Okay. Hi, custom value, contact, first name for the first name. Just a reminder that your event starts in 3 days from now. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Here's your Zoom link again. All right. Pop that in. Or here's the address. Here's the location. Don't forget to bring this. Don't forget to bring your own lunch, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Send your email. Okay. Now we can go. Let's say we want to message them again in 1 day to go. Add an action. We're going to do wait. We can do wait for a certain event time. Okay, 0 months before, it's going to be 1 day before, and 0 hours before. Press save action. And I can also rename that. Wait until 1 day before. Okay, save again. See how it just changes that label for us so we know what we're doing. Now we could send them an SMS. If we've been collecting phone numbers, we could put a text message in here. If we are connected with them on social media, we could send them a messenger message. But just for the sake of going through this, I'm going to go hi, custom value, first name. First name, and then I pop in here, obviously, again, the reminder information, the Zoom link, or the address of the location. Now, by the way, if you are adding these people to a course, you might want to actually give them access to their login area again. They would have received a separate email because the system does do that automatically. But if you just want to remind them how to log into their course area, in case there's any preparation material, you want them to go in and have a chat in the discussion lesson to get to know one another before the live event, whatever it might be, you might actually want to add in the custom fields here for their login information. So here are your login details. Oopsie, details is what I put. And then you quite simply go custom value, and you're going to scroll down to, if we got membership in here, custom values. Have we not got memberships in here? Was there earlier? Okay, I think we're just going to have to stick to that being in their login URL. No, it's not in this one. Okay, we just have to stick to that being in the normal course welcome area. In the normal course welcome area. For some reason, that's not showing up here in a wait step. It does show up in a normal email, though. However, so that's interesting. Oh, it's not showing up here because the trigger isn't a course. That's why. Okay, so ignore that last whole entire 40 seconds. Pop in, obviously, just your Zoom link information, how to get to your live event, whatever it may be. And basically, you can carry on exactly the same as that. Please fix them before saving. Okay, save. Oh, we can go and do the same again. And then we're going to just type in wait, click until particular event. All right, no minutes, no months before. We're at 0 days before, but we're doing it 1 hour to go. Press save action, or let's just do this, 1 hour to go. Save. Boom, press send another email or send an SMS. So let me show you what an SMS looks like just for the sake of it. I'm not sure if it will let me. Yes, it will, because I haven't got a phone number connected to this account. It's just a demo. So we could just do hi, contact, first name, a reminder that your live event starts now. Now, bear in mind, in 1 hour, sorry, in 1 hour from now, here's the Zoom link. All right. And pop it in there. Now, with your text messages, your SMSs, keep these as short as possible, because obviously this is based on international text messaging. You do get charged pay as you go for text messaging on Techmatics. So make sure that you have kept these nice and short. Otherwise, you're going to be in some countries paying per character or per send of the message. So keep them short. Don't say I didn't warn you. Save action. Now they get a text message, and then that would be the end of the automation, for example. So there you go. There you can really get creative with this. There are endless ways that you can stay in touch with people, remind people about upcoming appointments, upcoming events, whether they are live, in person, pre-recorded, online, whatever it might be, by simply setting the event start date, and then all of your following communication will be set to wait until however many days, months, minutes, whatever it is, before that. Now, you could even be super organized and plan out your events for like the rest of the next 12 months ahead of time. I always recommend people do that. I could now go actually out and pre-write and pre-schedule all of my email communication, right, for the next 12 months based on all the different workshops, webinars, events, group challenges, coaching programs, courses, whatever it is that I'm going to be running in that next 12 months. Talk about looking like an absolute genius and getting organized. If you've got any questions, as usual, contact us on support@techmatics.com. Otherwise, happy teching.